this work? Last time I tried this, it was saying cannot load online services. Submit a ticket.
Interesting.
But then I reset my work.
Well, right now I'm initializing world. I'm not even in the game yet. Fully.
Good. It'll restart the system.
Yeah, usually that's how I fix a lot of the problems. Restarting the system.
It fixes a startling amount of problems.
Well, yeah,
I guess that's a good step one.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah,
and then
right?
if you tried turning it off again, one of the things that's usually is unplugging it and replugging it back in after waiting about anywhere from 10 seconds to a minute.
Right, give it that ghost button.
Like Xboxes are most of the stuff nowadays. I also suggest if you unplug it, then pressing the power button. Even though it's unplugged, if you press the power button, a lot of the time there's like a residual like energy surge, like energy inside the system. Even though it's unplugged, it has like a mild like charge to like, you know, just in case like you get slightly unplugged or something. It's supposed to like help prevent damages and shit.
Yeah,
So,
it works. It's definitely worked a couple times for me.
What you do is you hit the power button and it makes that surge. Think that it's supposed to come in use, and then it goes whoop, and then there's nothing there, so it just wastes that little tiny bit of energy, and then it completely is shut down, and therefore, when you plug it back in, it has been completely off. Is the other option.
Hard reset, yeah, the hard reset.
Oh, you don't want to do a hard reset though.
Not hard. Semi-hard.
My sister did a hard reset on one of my computers.
It was no bueno.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
A hard reset is when you just unplug the thing while it's on.
Oh, it's like when you put your tongue on car battery.
It shouldn't affect most things nowadays, but like anything that has a solid state drive, but anything that was like a regular hard drive prior,
yeah,
it would fuck it up.
It was even worse because I had that computer on for like 3 months before she did that.
Still a baby.
No. I had it on straight for 3 months.
Oh.
I had it on previously for like another 6 months before that, but I restarted it a couple times. But it was my downloading computer back when I like first started getting into like computers and shit like that. I had 2 separate computers. One was my downloading computer, and I constantly just had LimeWire sitting in the corner. And it was just downloading like anything I want, mostly like music, but you know,
music too. Yeah, did a lot of music with that shit. And then I would always like pick the most popular files, which a lot of the times turn out to be not the most. Sometimes they're deep cuts, and I look for them now, and they're like not as easy to find. Some of the songs, they were like popular on LimeWire, but if I try to like find them now, it's like a deep cut.
Fuck, man. Tammy just screwed me.
No, I was waiting.
I'm not even in the game yet, so no, you didn't. You were supposed to wait till I was fully in the fucking game.
Your teleport merge together. It's gonna be like Star Trek. You'll be
what it is basically what it is it's the concept that I was building the environment and getting my boat to get into the game, and then Tammy jumped in. So now it's waiting for Tammy to build her environment so that I can queue us up both together.
Yeah, you don't want to jump into the Matrix before it loads.
Yeah, Tam, you don't want to jump into the Matrix before it loads.
Scary things. You see the agents jacking off on a couch. Like, are you sure we're safe? It's like, don't worry.
Right, Tam, you're gonna make them watch agents jerking off on a couch.
And they just like see you. They're like, oh shit, how'd you get in here? Oh fuck. Mr. Anderson. Oh, fuck. Oh shit. Hey, look, if you don't tell the architect, stop fucking with you. No deal. How about this?
Are you loading into the world as well, there, Jupiter?
Oh, is it good to go?
No.
No, I was asking.
Oh shit! Cancel. I jumped the gun on that.
I have to wait for Tammy.
Mr. Anderson, have you ever heard of agentasy? No? Then you'll find it's the tightest. Okay. Keanu, Neo, I work
Tams?
for YoPlay.
Tams?
Yeah.
Tams.
I don't know why you're not like. I waited
Join?
easily
Oh, no.
2 fucking
Wait
minutes.
for me to get the fuck in.
I waited 2 minutes on when it says the building environment screen.
I have told you this so many fucking times. Wait till I load into the fucking world. Now I'm in fucking loading limbo.
Watching agents just mouth kiss each other on a couch on a pixelated, flat, white surface.
I think I had to actually turn off the game. Because it's got me in loading limbo.
It's even worse. It's just blackness. All you can hear is, "Who's there? Who's doing that?" Neo.
I guess I'll jump
Stop
out.
it. It's me, Morpheus.
I'm surprised you were still in it.
Yeah, and I didn't want to fuck it up, so
Neo, I understand you told the Oracle that I wanted to be your work husband. Yes, Morpheus, this is weird. Come on, man. Jump in some
Oh, it's the 1.4
feudal
patch.
Japan. There's a patch coming out?
They already did. We're in the 1.4.
Oh, I wonder what's different.
I think there's
Smoothness.
no. I think there was another environment added, which we won't be able to see.
Oh, invisible.
No, it's because it probably won't spawn in our world.
Oh.
But there's supposed to be harder
Stupid.
enemies and shit like that too.
Oh.
I think we talked about
Spice
this.
up our life.
There's like a new tier of enemies.
That's cool. I could spice things up. Spice up our life, everybody.
Yeah, I
Everybody
don't know if we're gonna
spice
be able to
up
see it
your
or
life.
not because I don't know how. Like sometimes it's one of the biggest problems when you do like updates like this to games. Is that like unless you like just like change the complete seed on what it looks like, you pretty much don't get to add certain things. Like if you're holding a new biome, you can't just add a new biome unless you make the map bigger or something like that, right? Like you can't just add a new biome.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like you'd have to refresh your map or some shit.
Yeah, which is impossible to do when you're already playing a game, but unless you get rid of everything. That's the other problem. I really like there's one game that did it really well in my opinion. Fucking what was it called? Like it's not Little People, but it's something close to like that.
The Roll-Off family?
Small Land. Right?
Small Land.
small land.
Yeah, Small Land, I think is what it was. Small Land was really good with how they did it. Was that there was like a couple places that you could build your base, but every place that you could build your base was up in a tree, and they all looked identical. So like if you went to someone else's server, you could put your base exactly where it was, or move it to a different tree, and it would just place your base right back down.
Oh, just like as you built it?
Like yeah, well, like you say you like built your base like a big house
Like it
or whatever.
just lays, yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go play with my friends. You can literally go and play with your friend and then go to his game and put down your house on one of the treetops.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Is that
And
how
anything-
76 does it?
76 similar, kind of like how you're doing it. But the problem with
Pick up
76
your
the difference
shit
is
and move it
is
somewhere.
that theoretically, if they were to change the world, it wouldn't fuck up your base because your base would be in the exact same treetop kind of situation.
Yeah.
Where if like 76 fucks like changes something, it could be like, oh, you can't put your base here anymore.
Yeah, you could be totally fuck showed. Your whole base. It would just return all your. You would just log in. It would be
Yeah.
like all these items
Everything's-
returned. You'd
yeah.
be like, no.
Well, you have your inventory, so at least that's something. But yeah, it's awful when it happens like that. It's so fucking much of a pain in the ass. You're like, well, I gotta put this all out again, but because I can't, I have to build it piece by piece because I can't build it as one big unit. Because
Yeah,
it never
it can't
fucking
just-
fits right.
Drop your house.
That's why I
You
went
got it.
with the pre-built house. Because then it's
That's smart.
I just put out one thing, and then I can fill it with all my shit, with all the little things. I don't
It's
have
not that
to-
smart if you think about it, because the problem is that if she goes to still like replace our base, it's going to be like, oh, you can't do it because this is floating.
They have pre-built houses in 76 now.
Yeah, they have had it for a while.
Ooh.
Like they're pre-built. Like, you can just put them down in your camp. But the problem is that some of them are not the greatest.
It'd be like
Oh.
the ground will have like some, or like the floor will have like the ground sticking out of it or something.
No, it's more just it's more the concept that it's like the one that Tammy has is a 2-floor building, but it's not a big building. It's quite small. And like all you can really like you can add stuff. You can't change anything to the building itself. Really, like you can add like paintings to the wall, but you can't change like the windows or anything like that. So it's like a preformed thing. Whereas like I also had another one that I had in one of my other for my main character that I put down in like one of the special areas, and it's like got like I wish that I could put down a fence in one of the areas, but you can't put down a fence. Like there's a balcony
Yep.
section, and I really wish you could put the a fence down in the balcony section, but you can't.
You just walk off that motherfucker.
Well, there's a no, it's just like it's like a set of stairs.
Yeah.
It's like I just wish I could put like a fence right at the top of the stairs, so like you can't just walk up the stairs and walk straight onto the balcony. You had to go and open up a gate or something.
Yeah.
That's all. Also,
That would be cool.
this
You
is
should be able
not
to add
looking good.
to it. Not loading in there. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'll give
Is there
another
an
like
update?
there was it updated. It had to have.
Did okay.
Also, the fact is like something's just wrong on like my end because it let Tammy in the game. She was playing the game, but just for some reason, it's not letting me in the game. So I'll give it another like 2 minutes or so while we're talking, and if it still doesn't work, I'll do a quick restart of my computer or my Xbox.
Yeah, give it another try there. That's really weird. Especially if she was in. I mean, that means the servers are up.
Yeah, she was in it. That's why I got mad at her because she was like legitimately somehow fully fledged got into the game and was doing stuff.
Well, I moved around. I didn't
Like interacting.
I didn't try to interact with anything. I didn't know if that would like do anything to fuck up the file, so I was like, just gonna walk around. Yeah.
I'm doing laps.
The one good thing that I like about in 76 though, that little 2-story pre-built that I have, is that there's an electrical box in the back. And once we figured out the electrical box part, I could actually like provide power for the entire house. So I could put like light bulbs and stuff in.
But the problem I had with it is as cool as that is, there's no way to like electrify items inside the house.
Like lamps and shit.
Like you can do lamps because lamps are just proximity based.
Mm.
So it works because it's proximity based, but you couldn't. Well, that was a fucking okay. I looked at the clock. It said 48. I looked at the clock. It said 48. Looked at the clock. It said 48. Looked at the clock. It said 48. Fucking. I was like, wow, this is a lot of fucking 48s. I looked at the clock. It said 49. I'm like, okay, cool. I looked at the clock. It said 50. I'm like, where the fuck did 49 go?
What is
Like
going
49
on?
was just like, oh shit, I forgot. Just like ran through.
Got his jack in one hand, its purse in the other, just running. Flip flopping
But, yeah,
in
no,
high heels.
like I said, like I have another building. Like I said, the only issue I had with it was the fact that like you can't add extra like customization, but like with the one that Tammy's talking about, It's cool that it's got the electrical box on the outside, so if you hook up power to it, then all the lights inside the building are classified as, have electricity. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
the problem with it is the fact that you can't put like a popcorn machine in there, because you have to then somehow get the power inside,
Mm.
I mean,
because it has to be actually wired hooked up.
if
So I
you-
kind of wish that it would have the one thing that
It doesn't have a nub that you can connect a wire to?
that's what I wish it did. It
I'm
doesn't.
pretty sure,
Oh.
because that's how I was able to get electricity inside to try and
What
hook
if you put
things
a
up on
nub
the
on it?
inside. Because it hooked it onto a generator on the inside of the building, and it went
Yes,
to the box. But
Sam, I don't know. Maybe I'm
I don't know.
thinking wrong, but the thing is, I know that those special things I got you to get, they're junction ones that go through the wall.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that those would go that you just had one of those junctions inside the house, so that you could just hook up to that junction,
Yeah, just clip, flick.
or even just having a bunch of them everywhere, just randomly, kind of like a plug-in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still like it. It's a cool little house.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just saying, there's
I could
improvements
see
I
it
wish they would have
first.
added.
Yeah, they could work on it.
I don't think they ever will, but it's still would be
Yeah.
interesting if they did.
That's cool.
And then I put on
I
the
would.
back of my house. You have to go around the outside of it, but there's my goo hot tub.
Goo tub.
Yeah. And then
It's very restorative and good for your.
I mean, for a
Uh,
ghoul,
glycogen.
for a ghoul. Ghoul would
That's
probably
pretty cool.
pretty appreciate it.
Yeah. Ah, this is nice.
I mean, the character that I'm using that for is a ghoul, so.
That's cool.
But before I had that, I was using a barn, and it was just a single-story barn. You couldn't get up, you couldn't build higher in it. And I was just like, I don't like this, because it just felt very confined, because it was just a single story.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, it'd be
new
cool if you
building
could
is good.
build floors.
Well, I mean,
build
Rob
anything.
has his building is 2 stories. Then he has
Oh yeah.
a 3-story little balcony section.
That's cool. Is it in
Yeah.
the same place? On the river?
No, it's
we moved
south.
it up towards one of the other towns, because
Oh,
I
cool.
kept running into the problem that over by the river, I kept finding people that were just like, "Oh, hey, guess what? I want to be here
Grief.
too."
Oh yeah.
So
I
like
would
my
jump
house wasn't
into it
spawning
again one
sometimes.
day, but I'd have to start from
Fuck
brand
me.
new.
Well, me and Tammy did start from brand new. We actually did ask you if you wanted to play with us when we were starting brand new, but
I was just like, fuck my house, everything's gone. I'm getting over it. I probably would try at some point.
yeah, me and Tammy actually did a new characters, because we were starting off as ghouls. Or we're not starting off. You can't start off.
But we
You gotta do a
made
whole
new
thing.
characters to specifically become ghouls.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. I like the option. I mean,
It's pretty ghoul.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Food tastes different.
Well, yeah, you don't even actually have to eat food. And that
That's pretty cool.
as
But
a
another
ghoul.
option that we could do, just out of a thing here, is that we could talk to Owen. Every other week we play 76 with Owen on Tuesdays. But we could play something else if you had wanted to as well. Like, see what he's into. See if there's a game that maybe he wants to play.
Yeah. If he's got anything on his radar, or if he's open to like some 4-man Dead Side or something.
Yeah, we can talk to him about what game he'd want to play. Yeah, we can. We'll try figuring it out with him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because then the 4 of us could play. He usually likes playing around 11 or noon.
Mhm.
The only downside for you.
That's cool for me.
Okay. I just know
I
you
don't
usually don't like turning
usually-
till 1, but yeah. And he only plays till 3, so.
Yeah.
It's the kidlets.
Or 3:30. Last time was 3:30.
Let's go with the
But yeah.
kiddies.
Yeah, his kids come home.
Yeah.
One from
So at
school,
that point in
one
time,
from
he's got
daycare.
to be a dad.
Yeah. I do the
What the
Kuman
fuck
thing.
is taking so fucking long for it to fucking do this?
Really isn't working, is it? Holy shit. The fuck?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it's not working either.
If there's like any word of it being
549 dash 14 dash stable. I'm trying to see what about this update, see if it's
7 days to die down. Seeing anybody like complaining on their Reddit? Fucking weird, man. What the hell? What the hell? It shouldn't take this long, that's for sure.
Twitch integration prepared for upcoming fixed music thing, shared chat fire commands. Sleeper volume.
Ooh, ah. Have you ever seen Play-Doh? It's a delicious food. It catches fire if you try to bake it. Damnedest thing. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Jesus. You already tried restarting? That's like supposed to be the fix-all. Supposed to save us.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if people are having similar issues. There was something similar to what we had, but the person managed to actually log in to their world, and their friend logged in, and they were just a floating weapon. Like the person who...
That's fine. You could be a floating weapon. I don't care. I just would like to actually be like in the game.
Oh. Was it always flashing that thing in the top corner?
Yeah.
It was? Okay. Son of a dink. Mate? Oh yeah, I see it again there. Maybe, oh, weird. I say maybe because it's like generating the new land, but no, I don't. I think it's just being a son of a bitch.
Yeah, some people, I guess, even tried to uninstall the game and then reinstall it, and they were getting a similar issue.
Cock.
No one got it fixed. It just stopped doing it, or is this the 1.4 problem?
This was also, it's like some of these comments were from last year in August.
Okay, so this is just a random problem. Cool. Well, we've been dealing with this for 30 minutes now, by the way.
Sheesh.
Fuck,
God damn, it's always randomly. Always just at the worst time. Something's down. We haven't played this in weeks, and it's now just at this moment. Having sexual intercourse with us. Bum, 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 yeah. I could try
I'm
logging
gonna
into
delete-
my old one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna delete my other thing and just see if maybe it's a space issue or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe it.
Yeah, one person said they created a new world, logged in, and then they logged out of that one and went in, and they were able to log into their first one.
Yeah, I'll try that here in a second.
Okay, create a new game and then jump back out or something. Did you get as far as loading blocks?
I got it to loading world.
Like building world.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see where we get.
Ouch.
So I'm classifying this one as work. I'm going to
dot question mark.
No. I want that to be that, and then I'm just gonna try making it as small as I can make it. Okay, so that looks like the smallest I can make it. Cool. I'm just trying to make this like so it takes less time to load.
Yeah. Tiny little parcel. That'd be cool if they could make like new. Oh yeah, maybe the biome. Maybe the new biome's like an island. You gotta like. Well, how would you fucking get there? You can't sail. Maybe they could add boats.
No, the thing is, it's probably just like when you build a map, it's probably one of those like areas. Like, you know, how you have like the snow biome, the desert biome, the forest biome, the burnt biome. It's probably just, it has like that as another biome. The only problem is you can't have that with unless you start up a new game. The only problem is that I don't want to start up a new game because literally the entire fucking thing is that we're if I get to level, Tammy doesn't get to level 300, we're done with this game.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Tapped out.
So to go and try to have to do all that other shit would be just adding more to the game that we want to stop playing because we want to start moving over to other games.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Okay,
been initializing a while.
You been?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cockula.
I just started initializing world.
I'm just hanging out on the main screen until...
Yeah, that's fun times. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why Brian decided he wanted to just make sure he get into it, I'm guessing, but it wasn't just me. That's a problem. But yeah, now my initializing world is delayed.
Delayed. Oh, it said spawn. Okay. I wonder if I should just back out now or if I should actually spawn in.
If you spawn it, it doesn't really change anything. Like, you have to still wait for me to actually do it. I'm the host.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tammy wasn't having problems getting into my world. I was having problems getting into my own world.
Oh, you got as far as that, because now I'm building it. I see. Oh, okay.
Okay, so now I can spawn world, building environments.
Oh shit! Shit looks janky. Oh,
That's
no,
fine.
yeah,
Shit
okay,
looks janky.
cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm in. Don't come to me. Don't come to me. Don't come to me.
No.
Exit.
Have you ever seen the inside of a man being?
Continue game. My game. Okay, go. Loading game data. Yeah, in about... Oh, loading blocks.
Pew, 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 pew. Get to the bathroom.
Right is going to the bathroom on top of the blocks.
Oh yeah.
He's stacking the blocks. Loading game data. We've been here before, but just... What am I really to say here? Did he just pee on Mike? Come on, man. Loading prefabs. Initializing world.
Good God, I thought I was muted. Whoops.
Way to be.
ASMR.
PSMR. PSMR?
PSMR, yeah. PSMR. I'm PSMR.
Initializing world.
Initializing. Took my world a long time too, and it's I think it's the biggest. I
I went with one of the small worlds originally when I made the like quick loot world to see if Tammy's theory works. Where if you log into another one, it loads up. It should need to load up, so that this one will load up.
I think it should. I mean, that makes sense.
But when I did that, when I did the smallest fucking thing I could possibly find, so it would just be quick move over.
A 4x4 chunk. Just kidding.
4x4.
4,000 by 4,000, but yeah. Okay, so for the record, to anyone that is currently watching this on YouTube, that's really where you get the benefit of this. If the video is like, I don't know, 45 minutes long, you know we never got in.
Yeah, you know this didn't fucking work.
So you can pretty much just stop watching here, and thanks for watching, and hopefully this just like is like a week, like this week's problem.
Yeah, hopefully.
If it does work, well then this will be like a couple more hour game. Okay, so
I think it's gonna.
I click the spawn button. I'm now building environments. So let's see how the building environments works.
Building. Construction complete. Complete. It.
I'll give this about 9 minutes.
Yeah, it shouldn't take longer than that.
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah, any longer than that, it's fucked.
Well, to be fair, I'm probably only going to give it about 6 minutes, to be fair, but still, that's more than enough time. It could be more than enough time anyway. I heard noises. So I was trying to like listen to.
Come on.
Come on, you dirty little whore.
Don't
Hey,
bebop
what's
or
be inside
rocksteady.
you?
Allow.
Allow me to be inside you.
Permission. 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 Son of a whore. This
Son
part
of a
shouldn't take
basket of a
that
whore.
long. Basket
Yeah,
fucking fart shit.
I'll give it a little bit longer because, you know, theoretically. But yeah, this is not looking good.
Oh no. Just the map is nuked?
I don't know.
hope not.
Maybe it's just this week problem. Like, maybe it's just like next time we play, I'll be fine.
I hope so. Yeah.
I really did too because I wanted to finish off that series. Like, I wanted to go up to level 300 and actually like be happy with that series.
Yeah. Right, cap it off. Finish it the right way. Put there at the bid.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Fuck.
Crazy.
Okay.
I was
well,
hoping it would work, but I mean,
I kind of thought it would.
nah.
yeah, I was gonna try it too. I was like,
That's weird. I don't get why that wouldn't work. It's funked up. That's pretty
well,
funked up.
is there something else you guys would like to play tonight, or are we just basically because it's kind of hard to download shit and fucking all that shit?
The only thing I could think of is Green Hill. That's about all
Yeah.
I can think of. Otherwise,
Fuck,
I'd have
this
to
sucks.
DL something.
Oh.
Update.
Music just kicked in.
Music kicked in? Oh, really?
Like, it took that long for the music to kick in.
Oh. I mean, that's got to be a good sign.
Yeah, but the music had kicked in last time. It had been there for a while,
Oh, did it?
but it just kicked in now. Like, I was about to exit out. It did just kick in now. Like, do I wait a little bit longer?
Is there any chance? Any chance in a million? Any chance in a million?
Like, now the question is like, do I wait? You know, like, how long do I wait before I just give up? Like, maybe it's like a real just time problem, like where it's like it really is just loading that slowly.
I wonder. How fast was the smaller world he did? Was it like a couple minutes?
But it was quicker than your. Oh, it was quicker than like it was pretty fast. The smaller world was pretty fast. But the problem is the fact that if I did the smaller world, which I did, which was really fast, it's not got anything built in it yet. It's not got stuff looted. It doesn't have anything like that. So it's like this is a lot of stuff that has to like pull back and remember. So
Yeah. Oy. God damn it. I was hoping that'd be a good sign. A sign of the times. Truly a sign of the times.
yeah, like I said, so I'm trying to figure out.
Let us in.
I just thought I'd have something up on my screen, so I'm like, let's look at the credits, people.
This is made by
Well, right now it's
Doug.
going over, I think, a bunch of guilds.
Oh yeah, yeah, all the
Guilds
different
and districts and
models.
stuff.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Pro Skate. Pro Skaker.
Bum, 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 bum.
Why does it hate us?
But then I'm like, kind of like have this like weird thing that I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll just like end the stream, and then it's like as soon as I like go end the stream, it's probably gonna be like, and here you go.
Pops up, yeah.
It's probably like right when I
Fuck.
hit like goodbye. It's like goodbye.
That's right when you touched out, yeah. God damn it, that was a joke. That was just a joke. I wasn't actually doing
Did the
that.
music just stop? The music just stopped.
Maybe it just does that.
Like the game's not frozen.
Oh, yeah, you're able to see tips and shit.
I can move the tips.
Damn, I wish they'd like put out. We're aware of this. We're trying to fix it.
Again, is it something that is actually a problem for anyone else, or is it just like very like minor people like me? Who got
Yeah, maybe it
unlucky?
is just. Maybe it's just random.
Okay, well, I think we're just not going to play anything.
Random. Yeah,
Because
that's
I think
fair.
what I'm going to do is just like sit on this maybe for a little bit longer, like off stream, and see if there's just a possibility that this will just like work. I don't know. The only option I have is like, we play a different game, which is right. Greenhouse is probably the only other game we could play, or we kind of like see if like maybe it is just like a real large loading problem.
That would be
Or
crazy,
just,
but
like the first time it's like it's just really, 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 really slow.
first time with the new update, maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Imagine
figure
it's
out
like
if
this every time.
if it was like this like every time, I would like legitimately start this up before we actually start playing.
Yeah, it's like, all right, let's give it a half hour.
Oh, this at this point in time, it's been
Jeez.
45 minutes,
Holy
but not
shit.
straight. It's up in 45 minutes straight because I guess it's only been like 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
But okay.
That is freaking crazy.
Well, sadly, this is a problem. So we're going to just end the stream here. Like, we could jump into, like I said earlier, we could jump into Green Help. The problem is that if this is like one of those things where it's like, it's just barely about to load, do I want to just like wait it out? But I don't want to wait it out while we're chatting because like we're just going to be chatting for like, a bit and then it's going to be released as like fucking just chatting.
Right? Be a very interesting stream to upload. Like, I know
I've
it says
uploaded ones like
this.
this before. I've literally uploaded ones where it's like I uploaded a thing. It was like for what was it? Stardew Valley once, where it was just like loose Stardew Valley, no gameplay, or like just like like didn't load or something like that. But because I still explained in it, like so this didn't load. Oh, music's back again. So yeah, I don't think it's working.
It just does that. It just teases you.
Mm.
Oh, we're still trying. Hang on. Give us another 45 minutes. Say what? Say what? That sucks.
Quickly smashing
Say
some buttons and seeing if
what?
maybe I can make it realize I'm still here and I would like to load.
Yeah, it's like I'm still doing my part. I'm please waiting. Please load. Done everything you asked. You push start.
Yeah. Okay, well that sucks. I'll have to check to see if this like fixes itself before next time.
Yeah, and I guess if it
next
never
day.
does.
If it never does, well, I guess me and Tammy will be playing it fucking off stream to get us to 300 because that's the only fucking thing that we were doing.
Yeah.
So we like, there's no fucking like we were pretty much ready to be done. Like we were pretty close to being fucking done.
Just like another like 50 levels or something.
Yeah. It's the update's been up for like weeks now, so.
No, okay.
Like 3 weeks.
I think we played it within 3 weeks too. Maybe not last time, maybe not. I can't remember.
You know, I'm gonna try this real fast and see if that helps.
Pick 'em up, pick 'em down. Juicy, juicy Lucy's in town.
But yeah, no, yeah, I don't know.
It's fucking whack. I
know
hope
I
they
need-
do a
I
part
need-
2 though.
I don't know. I always have problems with certain games going to a part 2 when they're pretty much the same mechanics of the game. Why not just do an update instead of a part 2?
Yeah, if they don't like overhaul it, it wouldn't really make sense. Wouldn't make it worth buying.
Like that's just like always been my thought process. Like there's been a couple games where it's like, you know, blah blah blah, part 2. I'm like, okay, what's the difference between like for example, like one of them was Overwatch part 2. I was like, what's the difference between Overwatch part 1 and part 2? They're like, nothing. Like, because not even just that, but you couldn't play part 1 anymore. You could not play part 1 anymore. It was just like Overwatch Season 2. I mean, it was just like you cannot play 1 again.
Oh, that sucks. Like, what if you're just like getting into it then? You'd have to miss out completely.
Well, theoretically, it's the game just it has some of the part 1 features like still implemented, but they just locked it behind like certain things, and I was like, ugh.
That really sucks.
They had you were saying that about some of the sports games, like once they kind of had the
yeah, like most of the sports games, I wish they kind of would just go with a similar kind of motto where it was like you know, like wrestling games in also, but like fucking like, you know, like 2K15 or 2K, you know, like any of the 2K games.
Yeah.
Honestly, all it should just be is instead of having to buy like the whole new game, they just like update the roster. Like this goes for wrestling games, hockey games, football games, whatever. But they just update the roster and make it so like you have to pay like a you know, like a $25 like DLC to upgrade, have the roster updated.
And just do that every year.
and you can still have access to all of the previous roster setups.
Yeah, every that you've bought. Like, you know. So like for example, if you buy like the 2K15 when it came out, and then it's like 2K16 came out, you get like, you know, updated roster, and you keep doing that. You have all the updated rosters from 2K15 to 16, so you could literally play like a career mode, like for wrestling, for example, you could like literally play a career mode where it's like, you know, at WrestleMania, fucking like, you know, 6 people just get fired.
That'd be cool. Yeah, and they're just like off the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that they should do it that way. Honestly, like they're not in the new game, so why would it be bad to take them out in a patch? Same thing. Look, I was in that game. You can't. I wonder if it's like a royalty sort of a thing. That's
Could
getting,
be,
like,
but
royalties
the thing is the fact that what you could always do is you could always have it where it's like, you know, when they originally did. I know it's a little harder to do it because how it works, but they could have easily done it where it's like, okay, well, like you can't buy, like you can still buy fucking 2K15. You can still buy like you know,
probably still like
older
$80.
games. Yeah, whatever the fuck price it is.
God.
But like, so that means that it shouldn't be mattering like that much for the roster. They apparently already got paid. So like having the game sell another like 50 copies or 5,000 copies doesn't seem like it changes much of the actual like how much royalty someone gets.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
So I guess like the concept would be is like with that concept, yeah, you just have it where like, and then like the other thing is just like you could actually have it where like you could go to season mode and you can put on season mode A or season mode B. Season mode A has it where like I said, if like, you know, a wrestler gets fired or quits or dies or whatever, they're removed from the game at like WrestleMania.
Oh,
using
yeah,
WrestleMania
cool.
as
Like
the
ceremonious.
I guess you could use a Royal Rumble. You could use the Royal Rumble. WWE uses WrestleMania as its thing, but you could use a Royal Rumble theoretically because it would be the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's when they're like the WWE season kicks off.
No, WWE season actually kicks off at WrestleMania.
That's when the new one starts.
Internally, that's when WWE's actual year turns over. Is after WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the last pay-per-view of their business year.
Their fiscal year.
Physical year. Been a fiscal year.
Okay, so that didn't work. I thought maybe just reloading it would help again because maybe it was just like something in the background, but I changed it to another server.
Jesus,
Maybe
I
it
hope
seems
it's
to
not
work.
like big broke.
Yeah, it would suck. I'll wait till the music kicks in.
It wouldn't do that.
But no, I think it would be kind of cool. It's like if you could have that, or you could have B, where it's like you could have the wrestlers from like 2K15 being in 2K25,
Yeah.
for example. So like you could literally have like, you know, fucking, and all they should do is just change the graphics. That's all they should actually ever do is just change the graphics and add new matches. So they should never remove matches. Just add new ones.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do now. It's just like send out an update and then boom.
Yeah, well, like, classify as a DLC. Like they have to still make money, so I'm not arguing with that. Do a $25 DLC.
Yeah.
You already have the base, all the base stuff in the game is already there. And then you just have it where, like, you know, you, like I said, you change the roster. You make a new, like, a couple, like, maybe a handful of, what's it call it there? Like, highlighted, like, things where it's like you play as, you know, like the ones where you play as, like, Bret Hart, and you have to, like, go through, like, a storyline of Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Like, maybe doing that, but, like, having, like, 4 of those a year. Like, especially with this year, having, like, one of them being, like, the path of Lex Luthor.
Ooh. The Lex Express, that'd be cool. Comes out with the bus and everything.
Yeah. And then, like, you could actually set it up where it's, like, you know, or then you can also buy the Legends DLC, which, like, you know, maybe it's, like, a $50 DLC or something like that. But if you buy the Legends DLC, it brings you back into the 80s instead of, like, 2K15. And, like, you could, like, you know, go, like, doing stuff like that, where it's, like, as you progress, you can, like, you know, get, like, the 80s DLCs or, like, the 90s DLCs or, you know.
You could just be Hulk Hogan and just never, you know.
That would be the joke that I was going to go with, which is, like, literally, you could, like, you know, start off your, like, career as Hogan and, like, literally just, like, go through, like, 2025 and just, like, have all the titles on yourself. And if you wanted to, like, you know, play what Hogan's dream, like, that could be Hogan's dream right there. That's Hogan's dream.
You just can't even see him. He's just covered in belts. All you
Yeah.
see is legs under it. Just this big pile
Even
of belts.
the women's titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all the tag team titles by himself too.
Yeah, totally. And he said to Hogan, he'd be like, "I could see it, dude. That works for me, brother."
So I think that would be an interesting idea. Is doing something like that where it's like you just add updated rosters, you add fucking those as DLCs. You know, I would say $25 because I think people would be like, if you were doing this every year, it's easy $25 in my opinion.
Right, from like hundreds of thousands of people, like because more people
Compared
buy
to-
it, I feel like.
Compared to every time they release a game, it's usually like 60 to 80, sometimes depending on the version you get, like $120.
Yeah,
they
it's
have
like
to
$80 for the ring, but if you want any wrestlers, you got to get the whole $160 package.
Yeah.
You just start game, it's just the ring with the announcers. Like, well, there's nobody here.
And the
You should
commentators.
probably buy the rest of the game.
Yeah, you have to buy the commentators separately. Oh, that'd
yeah,
be the worst
totally.
DLC ever.
Oh.
The least
You get
the least
commentators
bought
now.
DLC.
Mm-mm.
No, Temps. No.
Like
I
Horse
guess
Harbor.
Yeah. I was gonna say no. That would suck so fucking much if that was like the whole game, like the way the game worked. It's like you bought the game. It was just the ring.
Yeah.
Like, nothing else. Nothing else. You just
Yeah.
buy the ring. Then
Just
you
the
have
ring.
To, and that's like a, like a $50 game right there. And then you have to buy another $50 game
Oh,
just to get, like the or the actually you're worse because we're making jokes here. There's a $25, a $50, a $75 packages. Like, and you have to buy them either you can buy them separate or you can buy them together. If you buy them separate, obviously it's costing you $150. Together, maybe you save a few dollars, but
yeah, they just do it like
the $25 one is literally all the C-class wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
Then you get the $50 one is all the B-class wrestlers. The $75 one is all the A-class wrestlers.
God. Could see that. I could literally see that happening.
And then you're like, then the other thing is you have to buy the referees, which is like
Yeah.
a $15 DLC.
Mike Chioda.
Then to buy the fans.
Yeah.
You have to buy the fans for a $10 DLC, along with the announcers, another $10 DLC.
Such a great
And then
deal.
like the arenas, you have to pay $1 per arena.
God. Don't give him ideas.
And those are just like the arenas are just like the base arenas. Like if you want fancy arenas, those are gonna cost you like the 10 like the pay-per-views. The pay-per-views are gonna cost you $5 a pop.
You get like the high school fucking basketball courts and shit for free.
But the problem is that to play the game, when you're playing the game, there's like 3 things that that your wrestlers can theoretically quit if you're not making enough money. So you have to have like announcers, you have to have the guests, or they're not making any money. And then if you're if your entire roster quits, you have to rebuy the DLC again.
That would be hilarious. What a troll.
Yeah, I'm saying this would be the worst fucking
Yeah.
monetization ever. But I've got to say, because it's right now we're kind of fucked with what we're doing here.
Yeah, we're like not too far from that being a thing.
I was also talking about the fact that like 7 days isn't loading, so I'm trying to make jokes while 7 days is not loading. But anyway, then the concept is that if your wrestler gets injured, or if one of any of your wrestlers get injured, they are actually like out and can't work.
That would be a
Like, you
pretty
can't-
cool dynamic.
But the problem is that in truthful, I agree. Like side note, I really think that'd be kind of cool. Like you can.
I think they did that, didn't they, in one of the games? Like you'd have to go to or was that a UFC game? That might have been a UFC game. You had to either
Probably
go to
UFC game.
rehab or
go
to like a cheap clinic for like less money. Yeah, I think that was UFC. Yeah.
I think it would be kind of cool in wrestling if like you can like kayfabe, like put someone out of commission, if you're like just beating the shit out of them with like a chair.
Yeah, you just go a little too hard, face a fine or something. Triple H comes out. What the hell was that crap? Like, I hate him.
I think it would be kind of interesting if like you were doing it, and, like there was like a thing that like pauses on your game, like your game pauses at one point, and like it actually asks you like you're about to like permanently injure blank.
Eugene.
Okay, sure. You're about to permanently injure Eugene. If you do so, Eugene will not be able to compete for the next, 3 to 6, or blank amount of time. Like it was, undisclosed amount of time that he'll be unable to wrestle. If you do this, you will get 1 strike. Calmly getting 3 strikes will get you suspended.
That'd be pretty cool. That would definitely add some immersion. Make you feel like you're actually in control of your character. Got Eugene's leg in that like folding chair sort of gimmick, and it's like you're about to step on it. It's just like, are you sure you want to do this? Your story mode.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
And then like you do it, and then he like his it actually like does like a cinematic thing where you stomp on it, and he like starts freaking out, and like all the refs and like backstage people start coming out, and you're trying to stomp on it again and shit like this. And, like you have like you have like options, like you can just like give up, or you can attack again, or whatever like that, or whatever
Jump
like that.
over the referees,
or even attack the referees and shit like that.
Hilarious.
So, like you have like all the options, like each of them comes with like its own punishment and shit like that. That like pops up on screen when it happens. So like it's like punch a referee, you'll probably be fined for this.
Yeah, it's like 50 grand or something, or maybe 5 grand or something. I don't know.
I think it's 50 grand. It's actually, I think in kayfabe, it's 50 grand.
I think that would sound about right if you actually just like for real punched a referee in the face in the ring, just out of malice.
I think Orton got 50 grand for RKOing someone. That like one of the officials.
You weren't supposed to RKO his ass.
So, but that'd be kind of interesting. Like, anyway, going back to my other joke, it's like they're injured. And it's like, oh yeah, they're injured for like like this amount of time, like going to having to pay for all the microtransactions. It's like, as you injure too many people, it's like, oh, this person's like permanently injured. You're gonna have to buy this surgeon's DLC.
Oh yeah, right. To get the surgery, you got to buy the DLC. That would be so crazy. Like wrestle injured for the rest of your life, or spend.
Oh no! Even if someone else gets
$15.
injured, like if your opponent gets injured,
you're just permanently fucked.
Like Shawn Michaels, for example. Like let's say you're playing your character, and like Shawn Michaels is your tag team partner, and he just gets injured. Oh, Shawn Michaels was injured in that match. He's gonna need neck surgery. You're gonna have to buy the $15 DLC for the surgeons.
Yeah.
Or and he may not be able to wrestle again. Or you can get the $25 surgeons DLC, and the likelihood of him wrestling, being able to do light commentary and stuff like that. But if you get the $50 one, then he'll be able to wrestle again.
You can still enjoy the sweet chin music from the Heartbreak Kid.
Then you have to do stuff like that where it's like, or going back to you have like Vince McMahon being your the owner of the company, obviously. Oh no, Vince McMahon has got a lawsuit against him. You're gonna have to pay for lawyers now. That's $100 DLC.
Yeah, God, $100 real dollars. That work like GTA bucks. God, that'd be a racket.
It's like everything costs like money. It's like, the other one would be funny. Is like you're like, what about the sponsors? Why are the sponsors not giving me money?
You gotta buy them first.
But then they don't even give you money. They just give you in-game money. It's like, for sakes.
not redeemable.
But you have to pay for you have to pay the sponsors real money to put the fake sponsors in your game, so that your fake company can make money, so that you can pay your fake wrestlers the money, so they don't leave you, and you have to pay real money to rehire them.
Jesus, be like gaming in Germany, Nazi Germany.
And then like another one would just be like the fact that like as you're like progressing, it's like another one is just like, oh, guess what? Like your wrestler just for no reason, he's just been losing a lot, but for for no reason though, he's now just going to quit on you, and because he's going to quit on you, there's a max exodus. 50 people are going to quit on you. You're going to have to pay them more money.
Pay Triple H for the push.
Yep. Oh, you want to change these matches? Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to, pay the CEO fund.
Yeah, bad as pockets. You'll get the strap in no time, kid. God, that'd be so fucked up. I could honestly see it though.
Okay, first off, I'm not even talking about what you're talking about. I'm talking about something completely different. But at the exact same time, I didn't even think about what you just said. That's even worse. As you're playing the fucking because I was just going with the concept as you're playing the game, it's like you want to go change like one of the the matches just randomly because you're like, oh yeah, I want to see what happens if AJ Styles faces against Braun Strowman. And it's like, oh, you want to change that match? Oh, you can't change the match unless you're a CEO level. You're gonna have to pay for the CEO package. That's $100 for that package.
The low price of $100.
But what you're talking about is even worse. You're playing, the story mode, and as you're playing the story mode, you're getting like matches against like jobbers, and getting matches against jobbers, and getting matches against jobbers, and getting matches against jobbers. No title matches at all. Like you win number one contendership, you think, but like they give it to like 3 other people before you, and you're like getting buried, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? And then like, you like go to Triple H, you're like, why am I getting a title match? It's like, oh, if you want a title match, you're gonna have to rub the right people's backs. And he's like, what are you talking about? And like the little thing comes up, you're gonna have to buy the, shaking hands, fucking DLC.
God, it's just a picture of Triple H with his ring on.
Yeah.
Or his rings.
And then fucking, you get that, and you're like, get like the fucking mid card push. You're like, cool, finally, a fucking mid card push. And then as you're progressing, it's like, fucking, you're like, why can't I get a title match? Like for the heavyweight title, I've held on to the fucking Intercontinental title for fucking 3 years, undefeated. Yeah. Why the fuck aren't they giving me the fucking? Oh, it's because you have to get into the big leagues. You want to get into the big leagues, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Right. That would be the most frustrating shit in the world. But if
finally
it was good
you pay
enough,
for it, and then like you have to start like occasionally just randomly as you're playing the game, you're like, oh no, WrestleMania this year is supposed to be in Cleveland, but the problem is that Cleveland governors are blacklisting all WWE wrestlers from being able to enter. You won't be able to have it in Cleveland anymore, and it's too late to pick a new place. You're gonna have to buy this Cleveland DLC to grease the wheels.
Grease the wheels, keep your story mode going. God. Just basically bribe you.
Yeah, just
like, we see you've been enjoying this.
That's the other one. That's the other one. Just like as you're like driving, it's like, or you're just like playing the game. It's like you're like walking in the back, and then someone like fucking hits you with a car. And as you're like you're the car's like coming, you're like, oh no, it looks like someone's gonna hit you with that car. It'd be a real shame if someone hit you with that car. You could probably dodge out of the way for the right price.
Yeah, $25 to move from Rikishi's car.
Yep. I didn't want to say it, but yep. I did it for you. That'd be the worst. That'd be the worst. Like you come back like out of it, like the car just misses you. There's an investigation who was driving that car. It finds out it's Rikishi, and he's like, I did it for you, and he points right at you, the camera. It's actually you, and you're like, what do you mean you did it for me? You almost hit me. Yeah, but like like the player. I did it for the player. What do you mean you did it for me? You're gonna make me pay I had to pay $20 to avoid you.
What the fuck was that for me? You made me pay money to live. You're gonna permadeath my character if I didn't pay $25. Oh, it'd be literal like extortion.
That would be the worst too.
You guys.
Permadeath.
As you're like playing the game, you fucking have like an event happen, like a loss or a merger. A merger happens, and as you have like a merger happens, fucking you get informed that the merger has happened without your blessing. It's a shame, but everything you've bought has now been removed from your account, is merged with someone else's account.
God.
You have to pay everything again.
$150. Get everything
Dude,
back.
at this point it'd be like $1,000 for that one game. With all the DLCs, with all the greasing of the wheels, with everything, it's like $1,000 you have to pay again.
Just one more time.
But if you want to take someone else's account, that'll be $2,000, and you can take someone else's account from them.
God. It would be like Mad Max of wrestling gaming. To take someone else's fucking account. It was little Timmy from Idaho.
Yeah,
Idaho.
Like, could you imagine, like you're playing the game, someone does this, and somehow you have the money to pay for it to steal someone else's account, and you steal someone else's account, and then as you like merge your account with their account, you realize that like fucking this is like a 34-person account. So like it has like all, like stuff from like 30, like this has moved from one guy all the way up to you, but there's like 34 people in between.
All the created characters.
Yeah, you're just like, holy shit.
Nimrod the Hoser? What the hell?
But no, it'd be kind of cool to see, like, you know, with that example of just straight out the going back to the original idea. Going from like being able to make a character. It would be so cool if you could just make a character, have him start in the 80s or 90s, and have him like go through the business throughout the years from like back then.
Yeah, we're not expecting to go into the future, but if we can start in the past, then you could have like a good long career with them.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. And like having it where like every couple of years, like the roster changes and things change. Like you could like, you know, like I think it would be kind of cool. It's like with how WWE theoretically owns like a couple different things. It would be kind of cool if like WWE had it where like you could at a certain point start working for ECW instead, or WCW instead, or now because they are theoretically acquired AAA, working for AAA instead, or coming from one of those places.
That'd be cool.
Or having,
they're
like,
not competition, so why not?
Not anymore. No, like that's the thing. They're all like part of WWE now. So it's like, but then having it where like, you know, like, or another one was like you could be like overseas. It could just be classified as, say, you know, basically Japan.
Oh,
like,
that'd be cool.
Basically, just be classified as overseas. And like basically, like what happens, like, you know, every so often, like your contract would actually expire, and like you could like negotiate, you know, with your character. Like you could have like, you know, a bunch of characters in story mode, just not one. But you could have like a bunch of characters in story mode, and each of them like could have like their own individual like fucking contract, and like legitimately have a contract where it's like, you know, as you're progressing, it's like, oh, my character has, you know, like this skills, but he's really lacking on like the mic. Like kind of like UFC does it, where like you have to train in between.
Yeah, you can up your stats between matches.
Yeah, but having it where like this one's more like, you know, it's like how you know the business. It's like those weird like stats, like how you know the business, who's your friends, like, you know, who you're training with, like, you know, because you're not training with like anyone. Like, how are you learning new moves? How are you learning new abilities, right?
Oh, true. Yeah, how would you have created that insane finishing move without someone to train with?
Yeah. So like you could have, so like, you know, like you could have it where like there's the wrestling part aspect in your wrestling, and then when you come out of wrestling afterwards, there's like the kayfabe stuff that you could do, and then the actual like real shit you could do.
Yeah.
So like kayfabe, you know, you could like, you know, attack, Scott Steiner in the back or whatever like that, right? But like, maybe like instead, like, that you could like, literally be talking about your, signing up a new contract, or like you go up to like Arn Anderson and you're like, hey man, like, can you give me some advice or shit like that? Like, like you can do shit like that.
That would be pretty fun. Interacting with old legends.
Yeah, like, and
That'd
like
be
I said,
pretty
like,
sick.
it'd be kind of cool if like you could like, set up a story mode in which like you could make a character from like the 90s.
Yeah.
And then like, have them play out, and then like, like at one point, like let's just say like how the 90s were, like you get fired, or not fired, but maybe like your contract expires. And as your contract expires, you're like, oh, maybe I'll just go to WCW instead. And you just go to WCW and your character goes to WCW for a while. Or, like shit like that, like where like, or like even if you can control characters, but you didn't really like control characters, you know what I mean? Like if you set up like a story mode where you have like, you're the, like, you could call it like manager mode. It's not quite what I would classify it as, but manager mode, where basically like you can make like, you could start in the 90s, like I said, and as you're going through like the thing, you can like see storylines are progressing, but like you have all your characters, like, like for example, Bear, Crush, these are characters that we've made, or like, you made like that, like, Wayne Static character at one point. Like you just make a bunch of characters and you literally put them in, and what it is that you get to control their contracts. So like for example, let's say like, you're one character, you're like, oh, I don't want him wrestling for WWE anymore, I want him to wrestle for like ECW for a bit. So you just have him like work for ECW for a bit. Or even if you like, another one would be like another example of this. If you want to do another like a third, this would be a little bit more complicated, but I think it'd be so fucking awesome. Is if you could take like background characters that you've made and literally set up their entire career up to 20 to 25.
Yeah.
So like for example, like going back to like, Bear, he worked for WWE for this amount of time, then he went to New Japan for like 6 years, then he came back and worked for WCW for a bit, then he went back to WWE, and you just set that up as like that. But it'd be interesting is then if you're playing your actual character, like your random fucking character, if you see like Bear walking down like the halls like at like WCW, because that's the year that he was at WCW, is the year that you're currently at WCW.
That'd be pretty sick, yeah.
So you just see your fucking own playable character just walking into the hall going, hey. Or like you could still play them if you wanted to too. Like you could have like another idea would be a career mode that would be a little bit harder to do. So much fucking fun. Is if you and your friends all had like an online game, an online story mode, in which they all like you all had the game and stuff like that, and like as you're playing it, like your friends could be playing it on ECW, WCW, New Japan, or whatever like that, and as the week goes by, they're playing their matches while you're playing your match, but it's all one universe.
That'd be pretty friggin' cool.
So like you could be like, like using it as like, even Raw and SmackDown, using that as an example. I'm on the Raw brand, you're on the SmackDown brand, for example. And as like the week passes, I find out that you're one of the new tag team champions. So I think that would
definitely
be cool
pretty cool way to update the whole gaming process, wrestling gaming process. I mean, they have it. They have the ability. They could do it. I still believe.
I think that would be kind of fucking cool, like if they did something like that.
Come on, Triple H.
Sorry, what?
It's like, come on, Triple H.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of cool, like you did something like that, where it's like like as the week went by, like you would all be able to like do stuff like that, and then like another thing would be like if you maybe at the end of a week, whatever like that, you all like have challenges you must complete during your match. And if you complete those challenges, you get like a point. And those points you can use to either help somebody or hinder somebody. across the entire like roster of the people that you have, like including your friends.
Oh, I could see that. That'd be pretty sick.
So, like for example, let's say like like you're playing and your brother becomes like heavyweight champion on WCW. You're like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And then he becomes intercontinental or US champion on WCW as well. And you're like, no. Like he's holding on to 2 belts at the exact same time. Come on. So like you start putting points into a pool that like at the next pay-per-view, he has to have 2 matches. Like he must defend both the titles. And like as like people like put more points in it throughout the month, it gets like harder challenges. For example, like both like because the other thing is like I think it would be kind of cool is like if you're playing like if your character gets injured, they don't recover right away.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I could see that.
Like kind of like like not permanent injuries. I think that would suck. But like if you're like if you fought on Monday and got a red spot, over the course of the week, the red spot would slowly go down. Like maybe you can get like 75% of your health back every week. So like if you're only wrestling 1 match a week, you're getting about 75% of your health back every week. Makes sense? But if you have 2 matches in the same night, you don't recover any of your health back. Because why would you, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't really make sense. That's not really how real life works.
So I think that would be kind of something to... using this as a way to just talk about stuff, Tams, but yes, we can end up the stream after we're done talking. Go ahead. You can end up the stream anytime you want that, I guess. But I'm just talking about something that I think would be kind of cool. But yeah, no, I think that'd be kind of cool. It's like doing something like that where it's like and then like I said, like you can like if your brother had gotten those 2 titles, like you could put in points to make it so he has 2 matches that night. I could put in a couple points to make it a triple threat. Someone else could put some points in to make it a 4-way instead of a triple threat. Like you have to slowly increase things. So
that'd be pretty wild.
So he has to put his U.S. title on the line, and his in a 4-way, and his heavyweight champion in a 3-way or triple threat. And like basically like you can also like have it where because there's no rules, there's interference. So like someone has it out for him, so someone like actually is attacking him. So it's a triple threat, but there's just one guy that literally is like from the backstage that constantly is trying to attack him, and only him. So like the idea is the fact that like if it's not like you guys would have to team up with someone the entire time, but it's the idea that the fact that if you have one person who's doing too well, you can like try to actually punish them, or like you can like like you can have the opponents being like a little bit stronger, or you can have it where like another thing could be like he's attacked on the go home show, so he's more injured than normal, or like shit like that. Like you could like try doing like things where it's like you can sabotage them, or you can like make things easier for yourself. Like for example, like you don't have a championship match, but you did just beat this person, and theoretically the number 1 contender. You should be the number 1 contender, so you could like put a point on yourself to make yourself in the triple, make the heavyweight title into a triple threat match instead. Shit like that.
That'd be pretty cool. Full customization.
So like basically, you can use these points to like add extra like little elements of the shit
Add
to your world.
Stipulations.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just like you guys could like be in different things like, and like I was gonna say, it's like like for example, if I was playing the game, I probably wouldn't fuck with anyone until they start doing that concept where they're winning too many titles.
Yeah, fans are getting bored.
Well, I would be more just the concept of like it's like I guess it's the idea that when we were playing, I don't remember.
Oh fuck.